Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode from the Hermitcraft server. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. Things are going really well, and I've made some pretty significant progress on the castle between episodes. Also, I want to address one thing about the castle right off the bat. There have been a lot of comments saying, hey Wells, the walls are really boring. You need more detail in the walls. They're so flat. And to be honest, you're completely right. The walls are very boring and very flat, and that's just because of the way that I build. That's going to be changed, but the way that I build, structure first, detail afterwards. So essentially, we're going to get the structure of the castle done, right? We're going to get the shape all figured out. We're going to get the places where all the stuff are going to go figured out. And then we can go back and add detail. We can add color. We can add windows. We can add, all these different things. Because the thing is, if I don't have the shape figured out before we start putting in windows and all this other kind of stuff, adding depth, adding color, if I don't have the shape figured out, there's a very good chance that I'm going to add in all these details, and then I'm going to have to change them and get rid of them and redo them. And that just doesn't really make sense to me. So the way that I like to build is structure first, details afterwards. We've made a couple exceptions, like with this room right here, the little gatehouse, with this hallway. We've made some exceptions to that rule. But for the most part, yes, you are absolutely correct. The castle is very boring as far as the walls and stuff goes right now, and that's because it's still under construction. Just give it some time. It's a time-consuming process to add in all those details, to place all of these bricks. We have probably gone through probably 6 double chests of stone brick with what I have here. And keep in mind, we're only on episode 15 or something like that. I mean, we've been grinding away at this castle, and we've been making some progress for sure, but there's still a lot left to do with just the keep and, of course, the castle as well. But I want to show you the progress that I made between episodes, and then for today's episode, we're going to take a little break from the castle project and work on some other things. So on this level that we're on right now, I added in planks I added in basically floors, standing room to all the little towers and turrets, right? So, except for these two right here, because these are going to have staircases. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with the staircase. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But I added those in to this whole thing. I brought these walls all the way up and added all those in. So this part is mostly structurally complete. If we go inside, you can see there's a lot of walls that I don't have filled in yet, and a lot of unused space up here. But we'll deal with that. I marked out some turrets up there. I also added in a wooden floor here, and I think we worked out these stairs and this balcony last episode. I'm pretty sure that you guys did see. And then down here, in our little guardhouse rooms right here, I have a staircase that leads up here, wraps around, and comes up and gets you up to this floor and to the little balcony right here, the barbican, and the other side of the gatehouse down here is the proper gatehouse, so we got our murder holes here and all that kind of stuff. And then I did the same thing on this side, once again wrapping around the exact same way from clockwise, right? Instead of going the opposite direction. So, did all of that between episodes, grinded out a whole bunch of stone, and did all sorts of stuff. But I want to work on some other things today. I want to take a little bit of a break from the castle. Hello, skeleton. Goodbye, skeleton. I want to take a little bit of a break from the castle. We've been grinding away at it for quite a few episodes now. So just want to mix it up and do something a little bit different today. Let's go ahead and take a little bit of a nap here, and then we'll get some stuff together. Sleep, please. There we go. And I take damage coming out of the bed. It's got to be a bug of some sort. But anyway, let's head off over... where would I keep it? Right here. Beautiful. I need some of that dye, and then I actually am pretty much completely and totally out of iron right now. So let's smelt that stuff up and get ourselves a little bit of iron going. I swapped out my beacon. I moved my beacon from where it's at to 100 blocks that direction, and I swapped out all the base blocks in the beacon for iron blocks instead of a combination of iron and gold and diamond, and, you know, I had like this mix-matched sort of thing going on before because I just didn't have enough iron to do a full beacon base. Wow, there's a lot of... Oh, they're despawning. Okay, we're good. So let's go ahead and dye some of these sheep. In fact, I'm thinking let's dye most of the sheep. Like so. And then I'll take the wool. There. Oh, come on. There we go. Yep, got it. Okay, good. Okay, awesome. So we've got all of that going. And then I'm thinking, is that going to be enough? That's probably not going to be enough. Let me... How much will that make? Yeah, that's not going to be nearly enough. Okay, let these sheep kind of do their thing. I'm going to have to gather a bit more wool than what I have right now, especially gray wool. Oh, baby zombie. Goodbye. Get wrecked. Okay, so let me work on this for a little while. Let me get some of these sheep all properly sheared and all that kind of stuff, and then I'll come back to you. All right, guys, I am back. I think I have enough wool now. Was that just a... No. Okay. I think this should be enough. I've also got a bunch of glass panes and all that kind of stuff. So now I think it is time... What in the world? Wow. This place looks like a war zone. Okay, so we're gonna deal with this very soon. Very, very soon. And actually, you know what? I do know what this was. This was in Scar's most recent Hermitcraft episode, his Becoming a Minecraft Professional episode, which, by the way, was hilarious and amazing. And if you haven't seen it, you definitely should, because I was cracking up when I watched it. But that reminds me, Scar is actually... Scar has been working on something. We've kind of hinted at it a couple times. I've mentioned it a couple times earlier in the season, saying things like, don't worry, we do have big plans for the season. We do have big projects that we're going to be working on. There is going to be a big community project, things like that, that they require some time to set up, all that kind of stuff, right? And Scar was one of the people, or in fact, the point man, if you will, in charge of that. And he is going to be announcing in his video on Saturday what that project, what that big thing, what the big, giant, epic community mega project is going to be. He's going to be announcing that on Saturday. And he's been working super hard on it. And let me tell you, I've known Scar for a really long time. And when it comes to designing things and coming up with ideas that are just, fantastic, Scar never fails to deliver. Like, he does some incredible things. So, and I have seen what he's going to be revealing, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So make sure, I think we've got all the fire cleared out there. So make sure that you catch Scar's Saturday video. Make sure you catch it. It's going to be a big announcement, and it's going to be incredible, and it's going to be something that a lot of the Hermits are working on for, well, a very long time. and off and on for sure. Not going to be the only thing that we all work on, but it's going to be a big thing. So make sure you check out that video. But I'm going to head to the Enderman farm, guys, because that is where I want to make use of some of this stuff. There's been some complaints about the Enderman farm and about how it's, you know, not entirely safe. And I have to admit, it's not. It's not entirely safe at all. So we're going to do a little bit something. We're going to do a little something about that today. And then once we have that done, then we'll work on some other things as well. So I'm going to head to the Enderman farm, and I'll meet you there. Oh. Is that so? NHO claims the end? Oh, okay. Okay, well, you know what? No. No. I'm sorry, but this is the people's end, not the NHO's. That's the people's end. You can't claim the end. No. It doesn't work that way. Did they do something here? I know they were doing something as a group earlier today. Is there any remnants of trickery and mischief? I don't see anything. I'm gonna assume there weren't crazy, ridiculous things going on. Okay, so we have a couple little things that I need to do before we start working on this. Let's throw down this crafting table right here. I need to make some torches because I am really low right now, and that's not good. So let's make some of those guys. And then we can toss this stuff back in here. And then I also need my rockets and my elytra. And do I have any more? I don't have any more rockets. So, okay, that's fine. That's okay. That's perfectly okay. Let's toss that in there. And I think we are good. Wearing my elytra, have rockets. Okay, yes. All right, so one of the first things that I need to do before we start working on this project is I need to land on the Enderman farm, right? I need to light this thing up. I need to light up this upper platform so that it's spawn-proof, so that while we're working on the Ender, we're not dealing with Enderman spawning everywhere, because that would just be a massive, massive pain. Can I land on the roof? Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, now let's kill the Endermen that are in the farm. And there we go. Okay, we are going to revamp this farm just a little bit. Oh, and my inventory is pretty full right now. Okay, let's clear out some of these ender pearls. Make sure we have that glass on us. I'm gonna revamp a couple things here. Okay, we're gonna deal with just a couple little things as we work on this. So let's go. What order do I want to do this in? First of all, let me clear out these chests of ender pearls. I think that's a good starting point. Let's where's this? Here, let's do this. Go away, ender pearls. I don't need you in my life. And honestly, egg, sorry, don't need you either. Okay. So let's make let's make a that's not a double chest. There we go. Let's make a double chest. And I'll just put that right here for now so we can put all of this stuff in there temporarily, okay? And that way, I can come in here, pick up all these ender pearls and all that kind of stuff, and we can just dump them in the void. And then what I think I'm going to do, we've got a couple chests back here that you really can't access, so they don't really serve any purpose. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of them and then rewire the hoppers to all feed into these 3 chests instead. I think that's a better option. All right, guys, I am back. So I've got it done. We got rid of the chests in the back there, rewired the hoppers so they'll all feed into these chests instead, and it should be good. So now, the next step, and we're going to have to see just how much of this carpet we actually have. Oh, do I not have blocks? Oh, no. Tell me I brought at least some stone with me or something. Oh, dang it. That was so dumb of me. I mean, I guess I can use wood. I hate to use wood, but you know what? If it's all I've got, then I guess we're just gonna have to make do. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. How could I forget that? That was like a whole new level of stupidity. Oh well, it's fine. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna extend this out like so. To here, there we go. And then we're going to double carpet that, because the double carpets, if you missed the episode where I made the Ender, the double carpets block Enderman from not only spawning, but more importantly, from teleporting. And that is all the farther that I can go. Okay, so I want the gray on the outside. So we can still make this work. It's okay. It'll be fine. All I need to do is put white carpet underneath. Is it a perfect ideal solution? No, but then again, I also am currently using dark oak for the other things. So, you know what? Sometimes you gotta make do with what you have if you're a little low on resources. And we are very low on resources. I really need to make like a sheep farm or something, because this is not cutting it. This is not cutting it at all. Okay, there we go. Hopefully this will be enough. Nope, we are just shy. Okay, so what we need to do... Let's see, how much more wool do I need? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I do need a little bit more wool than what I've got right now. That's unfortunate. Okay. Looks like I'm going to have to go back and shear some more sheep. Yes, shear more sheep. That's what I'm going to have to do. In the meantime, though, the other thing that we'll do, this should be the limit of how far Enderman can teleport. They shouldn't be able to teleport any farther than that. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a glass pane railing, right? Because if this railing is here, you can't accidentally fall off. And that, I think, would be very beneficial for certain scars and and other people on the server. So, while I'm heading back to go and get more sheep and wool so we can finish the farm, then I will, yeah. Let me work on the railing, and I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back, and I think it's all done. I mean, this is still a project that requires a lot of work, but this is more function, again. Getting a railing in place, and then widening this to 3 wide so that it's not a 1 wide path that everyone's afraid of falling off. Definitely have a lot of work left to do on the Ender, though, because it doesn't look very good, and yeah, we have a lot to do there. But I'm going to go ahead and repair my tools, head back to base, and I'll be back with you in just a little bit. All right, guys, I am back. The next thing I want to do is I want to do some work in the Nether on that Nether hub that we were looking at before. But before I do that, I think it would be very wise of me to do a little bit of potion brewing. And I'm not entirely sure where to actually put my brewing stand. Let's just put it right here on top of my ender chest, I guess. Whatever, that's fine. Okay. So, grab a little bit of blaze powder, toss you in there. Beautiful. Grab 3 of these, and let's see if I remember Let's see if I remember the recipe that I want. I want to make potions of fire resistance. I think that is really something that I'm going to want. Because if I'm working in the Nether and I fall into the lava, which is certainly possible given where I'm planning on doing a little bit of work, I don't want to die and lose all my things. That would really stink. So let's avoid that if we can. Okay, so we're gonna put that in here, and then if I remember correctly, it's a magma cream to make this. I think. Yeah. Potion recipes specifically are one of the things that I still can never really remember. Ah, there it is, glowstone dust. Okay, so we do that, toss that in here. I think this will make me potions of fire resistance, and then I believe if I give it glowstone dust, or is it redstone dust, to make it last longer. I feel like it's redstone dust for potency and glowstone dust for length. Nope, other way around. So these will each last 8 minutes then, once this is all said and done. And that should be good. That'll be plenty of time for me to escape any lava if I fall. So that should be perfectly okay. There we go. I'll take those. Thank you, good sir. While we're at it, let's grab some soul sand. And let's just, maybe like right here. Let's just plant a little bit. I don't need a ton of it, but it would be nice to have some just in case. I want to do more brewing in the future. I never really get into potion brewing too much, but fire resistance could be very useful. And, you know, with the war that's brewing with the NW or the NHO, it may be well worth it to have some good potions at our disposal. That might be wise. You never know. You never know when they'll come in handy. There's that last piece of wool I was missing. Okay. So, what we're going to do in the Nether, we need to clean this area up a bit. This looks pretty bad at the moment. It's kind of a disaster. And a big part of that is just the fact that it seems like every time we come out here, every time we go into the Nether, we all get gasted into oblivion. It's just nonstop. Like, I already hear a ghast. They like to come over there, and then they just shoot at us, and it's bad. It's always bad. Also, this is not going to be the permanent location of our Nether hub. This is just a temporary Nether hub anyway, so we're not really too concerned with the looks of this place. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use some granite, and I'm just going to put up like a temporary defensive you can't see me gassed wall that is also invulnerable to ghast fire, because gas obviously cannot break stone, cobblestone, granite, diorite, andesite, you know, any of that kind of stuff with their shots. So what I want to do is basically just get this wall in place. I'm not concerned about the looks, because if I was, I wouldn't be using granite. But this will give me a way to actually make use of some of my granite and accomplish something useful with it at the same time. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Let's put all that stuff away to grab a few more stacks. There we go. You can go away as well. Okay. And make sure we have a fire resistance in our hotbar. Although I don't think I'm actually going over any nether at all. Or any lava. So let me finish getting this wall in place, guys, and then I'll be back with you. All right, guys, I am back. The wall is in place, and is it perfect? No, it's not. It's ugly, but the big thing is it's going to keep us from getting gasted the moment that we step into the Nether. So the next thing I want to do is I'd like to add basically half slabs to this big open area, right? So I want to have one essentially large, flat, half slab floor. Tango and ZF started this and got a pretty good chunk of it done, but I want to finish off the rest of it, I'm thinking. And I was looking down here, and there's not really anything useful down at this level. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover it up entirely. This little pit right here. We don't need it. Like, there's nobody's tunnels down there or anything like that. The quartz has already been claimed. The magma blocks are there, which I guess are useful, but those aren't too difficult to find. So I'm not super concerned about that. And then over here, there's a doorway, and that doorway you can get out to the proper Nether, if that makes sense. And let's just see. I hear a ghast. I wonder if that ghast is right outside. Let's just take a peek. Doesn't appear to be this time. Not this time. This is also... Wow. That's very dangerous. Let's do something about that as well. This little path right here. Because that's just like an accident waiting to happen. Someone's going to fall in there. Or a ghast is going to fire and blow up like one little something, and then everything's going to go wrong. So let's make it a proper indestructible by ghast bridge by using those stone slabs. I'm pretty sure ghasts cannot destroy stone slabs. I don't know for certain, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. So anyway, I'm going to get some pretty significant work done on getting this whole thing filled in with slabs so that there's no spawnable areas. I'm not going to worry too much about those areas up here. You know, I'm not going to cover like every single spot, but I think if we cover this main floor area, we'll be in good shape, and that will drastically reduce any potential mob spawns, and I think we'll just be in a lot better shape as a community. So let me get to work on that, and then I'll come back. It's beautiful. Look at that. No pigmen anywhere to be seen. Except for behind us, but we'll just pretend those guys aren't there. It's all filled in, though. We got all of the slabs in place, so this area should be relatively spawn-free. I mean, there's still a couple spots here and there where pigmen could spawn, but we should avoid most of them, and we shouldn't have any ghasts that are bothering us anymore in this area either, which is definitely good, because I was really getting tired of getting ghasted every time I came into the Nether. I grew weary of it. So, we now have a fair amount of netherrack, here we go, to deliver. As some of you know, Tango has his lack of rack donation shack, is what he called it. So I'm thinking that I don't really have any need for this netherrack. I'm not planning on really building anything in the near future with netherrack or nether brick or anything like that. We do have fire spread turned off this season, so I don't need it for keeping fires lit or anything like that. I mean, I really have no use for this netherrack, so we're going to head over to the community area and donate it to Tango Tech. Let's see. There we go. Also, is the NHO sign... they returned it. Okay, well, I'll let one of the other hermits handle it this time. I had my fun. I want to give other hermits the opportunity to have their fun as well. Although if nothing happens to it within a couple days, I'll of course step up and do things. Wow, Tango, you're... Okay, so maybe you don't have quite as much as you do. I thought all these chests were full. But anyway, we'll donate all that to Tango. He'll get much more use out of it than I will. Unfortunately, though, guys, I think I am out of time for this episode. We got a couple of little projects done, and I think that is perfectly fine. We did some work in the Nether. We did some other things. Got the wall, got the slab. We did the Enderman farm, and showed what we've been working on in the castle. So it's all good. My friends, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.